Disclaimer. This program is a work of fiction and satire. Characters, events, and organizations depicted are fictionalized and exaggerated for creative purposes. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, is coincidental or used in a parodic context protected by artistic expression. This content is intended as commentary and entertainment. Viewer discretion advised.
Discretion is over.
You were afraid you.
They're already calling me the best thing that ever happened to Nelton Echimera. The best.
Quite frankly, I think Nelton Echimera is one of the greatest districts in all of the land. Neon karma. It's bad. Some people say the worst.
Festival goers at this year's SignalFest are already lining up for the Unicorn Peace Taste Test and naming contest, with flavours like Amethyst and Nightblood drawing early attention. We'll have more on the contest and the concerns surrounding it later in the programme.
Have you ever wondered about the substance known as neon karma? This enigmatic material, originating from an Aethelian source, is not your typical manufactured drug. Instead, it is an injectable glowing fluid that coils against gravity, typically stored in clear syringes with chromatic veins. It's becoming increasingly common in clubs, art scenes, and unregulated street markets.
Despite growing tensions, SignalFest has opened on a high note, with citizens turning out in the hundreds to celebrate. From new flavours to new voices, the event is buzzing with energy. We'll have continuing coverage throughout the hour.
When energy meets the abyss, what could possibly go wrong?
Neon karma's primary effect is creative transduction. This substance translates inner memory, emotion, and conflict into outward symbolic acts such as music, glyphs, and art. Users often report a compelling urge to create or transmit something, as opposed to remaining passive. One of the most notable phenomena is the heightened visions where sound, symbol, and memory all blend into one.
Hey, only on ScarabTV.
Meanwhile, as SignalFest kicks off in Nelton's northern quadrants, security forces are keeping a close watch. Riots linked to the neon karma epidemic have been moving closer to festival grounds. More on that developing story later tonight.
As for its cultural and criminal context, neon karma has spread from underground art scenes and is now commonplace in clubs, youth circles, and recording studios. Authorities label it as a public health threat and epidemic risk, while users view it as sacred, revelatory, and part of their artistic ritual.
People are glowing in the streets, veins lighting up like Christmas trees. It's terrible.
The world you walk through is written in glyphs. Some glow with signal, memory preserved, truth unbroken. Others hum with static, distortion, erasure, the tools of control. To understand this struggle is to understand why we fight. Every story, every broadcast, every fragment you catch here is part of that greater map, the preservation of what must not be forgotten.
There are several known strains of neon karma, each with a clinical identifier and a street nickname. These strains include Deep Blue, also known as Threxel or Fracticore, and Violet, known as Echimera or Lucid Bloom. Each strain has a unique effect, such as hyperfocus, ego detachment, emotional surfacing, and memory recall. However, neon karma is not without its risks. Side effects include temporal disorientation, emotional vulnerability, and a risk of becoming unmoored from reality.
Unicorn Piss was just the beginning.
Come join the fun. Let's all share.
Taste the horn. Hear the scream. Warning, consumption may invite transmission.
The administration of neon karma is typically done through medical applicators. which are extremely rare and tightly controlled, or homemade devices, which are becoming increasingly common. An example of such a device is the VX-14 pulse injector, a jury-rigged tool for direct bloodstream delivery.
The Muralith butterfly. Look to the skies, and you may glimpse the Muralith, a white butterfly drifting through static storms, serene while chaos rages beneath. Where it flies, memories cannot be erased. Even the hand does not strike in its presence. For the Muralith carries eternity on its wings, and all who see it are reminded, we are being witnessed.
For those in law enforcement, it is important to be aware of this substance and its effects. Expect euphoric, hallucinatory, or paranoid behavior in subjects. Be aware of improvised injectors on site, and always handle all recovered fluid with caution, as it is reactive and unstable. Record all slang terms during interviews to track circulation patterns, and above all, maintain awareness. Remember, subjects under the influence of neon karma may not distinguish between present reality and visionary states.
The VeilBend event. You feel it, don't you? The thinness in the air, the cracks in the sky. That is the veil weakening. Soon, at the bend, what was hidden will come into the open. Forgotten truths will flood back. Anomalies will break their cages, and none of us will escape its storm. Prepare yourselves, because when the veil bends, the world will not return to what it was.
In summary, neon karma is a potent and enigmatic substance that has powerful effects on its users. It's crucial to approach this substance with caution and awareness, given its potential risks and the unpredictable behavior it can induce.
Tonight, a lighter story first from the northern quadrants of Neltonnectator, where hype is building at this year's SignalFest. Organisers have announced that the long-awaited Unicorn Peace Taste Test and naming contest is officially underway, with citizens competing to craft the next limited edition flavour. Early entries like Amethyst and Nightblood have already sparked excitement across the districts. But while the festivities are shining bright, concerns are growing that unrest nearby may cast a shadow over the celebrations. Reports indicate that riots connected to the neon karma epidemic are inching closer to festival grounds. Authorities insist preparations are in place, but many fear the tide of chaos could spill over at any moment.
People are glowing in the streets, veins lighting up like Christmas trees. It's terrible. Look, they say Neltonnectator isn't part of our world, not America, not physical, whatever they call it, folks. I don't care what dimension it is. If it's a problem, we fix it. Nobody fixes like I do. We got the best people, very powerful people, and they all tell me, sir, nobody can handle Neltonnectator, nobody but you, and it's true. We're going to handle it. We're going to do things nobody's ever seen before. Tremendous things, other countries, other realms, they don't have a clue, but we're stepping in, and believe me, they're already calling me, well, authority. Excuse me? Total authority. We have the greatest authority. Everyone knows it. People are begging us, begging for our leadership. Neltonnectar, it wouldn't even exist without me. They all say it. I built it. I made it important. Other countries, they tried, they failed, we succeed. And when we step in, everybody claps, everybody cheers, because nobody does authority like we do.
End transmission. This broadcast is a crafted transmission, fiction braided with memory. Characters and events have been fictionalized, exaggerated, and woven into myth for the sake of story and commentary. This is the artist speaking in signal and symbol. If you came for literal fact, you are in the wrong frequency. This is art. This is voice. This is permitted.